Hey guys, it's Esteban again with Incognitistic. Today I'm going to talk about death and processing death and grieving as a neurodivergent person. Most neurotypical people and some neurodivergents, I guess, will process death similarly. There's um, there's no real way to process it textbook, but there is Kubler-Ross mentions the different ways that you can grieve. And so most neurotypical people will become very emotional and sometimes just lose control and grieve intensely right away. Whereas when somebody close to me dies, I'm I'm very resilient as far as not losing myself to emotions or acting out, crying. It's sad to me when somebody dies. I feel sad about it and upset, but outwardly it's not seen, at least not as much as it would be in most neurotypical people. And I find that this is a common theme with autistic people, where we just internalize and we have a different view a lot of the times on death and dying. And so, for an example, is when one of my partners at work died for one reason or another, I would internalize it and I would be able to talk to people about it, but I would be more of the resilient person where people would be able to talk to me about it. And yeah, it hurt me when my partners died, and it hurt me to lose a friend, uh, and even obviously when I lost my father. Uh, but I did not react in the same manner that most neurotypical people would, or that would be crying, losing control of their emotions, and um, just acting very agitated. And I think that this also has helped me with law enforcement work, um, and in peer support and patient care advocacy, because I tend to be there wholly for the person who is in need. And say, like in law enforcement, when I had to do a death notification, it was an extremely sad event to tell somebody that their loved one had died. And they would often cry and act very emotionally. And I could sit there and be there and hold space for them and let them go through their grieving. Same thing with peer support, where I can just listen to the hard situations and the sad situations that somebody's undergoing and be supportive towards them and hold space. And obviously, with patient care advocacy, it's the same thing because a lot of people are suffering and are mentally ill and need help and want help. And sometimes they need somebody to just be there to listen and to validate their experience as something that's a reality and human. So, getting back to how I process death and grieving as an autistic person, I'll internalize it, like I said. But another strange thing is that when let's say I watch a sad movie, a movie with a sad ending or something sad happens in a movie, that will cause me to act more emotionally outward than when something in real life happens, which is still a conundrum to me. My therapist said that that's not unusual and that it doesn't make me a monster or somebody who's got no feelings or emotions. It just means that I process things differently. And I tend to believe him because this is a form of resiliency, but it's also a form of the wiring in my brain for the neurodivergent pathways, which allows me to just be there inside myself, be there for myself in hard times, but also be able to function. So, anyhow, what do you think? Have you had any sort of experience like mine as a neurodivergent or even as a neurotypical? I'd like to know. Thanks for watching. Take care.